State of Decay 2 features a ton of really cool weapons, and in this video I want to point out some weapons that really stood out for me. So you guys can also keep an eye out for them as they are really fun to use and helpful. So we are gonna start with some basic stuff here. The first one is a crossbow, Echo 3 repeating crossbow, which is a semi-automatic crossbow. It has a 10 round magazine, and then the crossbows, they are like super useful, especially on the higher difficulties. No sound, no repairs at all, and you can recover those bolts as well, which is fantastic. The second weapon is actually an entire melee weapon category, which is heavy weapons, and a big shout out to Metaloki02, as he was the one who recommended this weapon class to me in order to take out the plague hearts in combination with energy drinks or stimulants along with the scent block, which is my addition. The third one is a 9mm pistol, and it's the P07. The game features a pro version as well along with a sighted variant. The sighted variant is my personal favorite as it gives you a decent amount of zoom, and then the pro version gives you a bigger magazine size, 25 rounds, which is pretty cool. And the cool thing is that this weapon is actually really common within the game, and you will often find hostile factions using this, so yeah, it is not something very hard to get your hands on. The 9mm ammo is pretty cheap to produce, so yeah, just add a suppressor and go out there and pop some zombie heads. The fourth one is the Spec Ops Vector SMG 45 caliber, and it is a special one, as the 45 caliber ammo is cheaper to produce than the larger magazine. You've also got the zoom because of a scope present as well. Then the reload speed is pretty good too, and you also have the select fire. I always use the single shot mode on all the weapons that allow it. I mean, it just doesn't make sense to go full auto wasting ammo in this game. It is not a heavy hitter when it comes to dealing with juggernauts, but yeah, overall it is a really solid one. The fifth one is an assault rifle which uses the 5.56 ammo. It is the M4X1 DMR Heavy featuring a 50 round magazine. Just like the previous gun, you get a zoom with the scope, you get a 50 round magazine, you get faster reloads, which is really impressive for a 5.56 weapon, which hits pretty hard when compared to the 45 caliber. And then you also have the select fire for the single shot mode. The 5.56 ammo is kind of like the sweet spot in this game. It is cheaper to produce than the 7.62, but can still hit pretty hard, against the juggernauts and stuff. So yeah, it's fantastic. Then the sixth one is the Eternal Guard's Infinite Rage, which is an AK-47 with a 150 round magazine which uses the 7.62 ammo. Pros of this weapon are, of course, first of all, the magazine size, which is just insane. I mean, 150 rounds is pretty crazy. And then a decent amount of zoom because of the scope. And the 7.62 ammo definitely hits harder than the 5.56. The 150 round magazine actually gives you a lot of flexibility, as you don't have to carry more ammo for the gun, which gives you empty slots to play with. And that is a big positive, but when it comes to downsides, the reload speed is like painfully slow, and the 7.62 ammo is expensive, so yeah, I personally prefer the 5.56 over the 7.62. But yeah, this gun is one of a kind without doubt. The next one, which is the seventh one, is the B50FG, which is an automatic 50 caliber rifle, and it has select fire, it has zoom, and yeah, it is just fantastic on the lethal zone. It hits like a truck and it takes out the juggernauts and those blood ferals really easily. Downside, it makes a ton of noise, and the 50 caliber ammo is really expensive, so yeah, it's a gun that you'll have to use really wisely. Earlier, I used to use this bad boy exclusively on the lethal zone in order to take out plague hearts, but thanks to Metaloki02, I rely more on heavy weapons to do that now. But still, I never leave home without this one while going out on a plague heart mission, as it is a great backup weapon in a bad situation. So yeah, these were some of the really special ones, and then there are some others that I would like to mention as well. There is a shotgun, the DevGru X12 Infiltrator, 30 round assault shotgun, pretty cool to use. I personally don't love shotguns in this game, but yeah, this one is a pretty good one if you want a shotgun. Then in the secondary category, you've got the RTX Cyclone, which is also an assault shotgun with a smaller magazine. And yeah, if you want a shotgun in your secondary weapon slot, this one will do just fine. Then there is this pistol that I'm really enjoying using, the F45 Tactical. Got my hands on it through the Bounty Broker. It's got a decent 16 round magazine, 45 caliber, and some decent zoom as well. So yeah, it's a really good one. And the first 7 weapons that I mentioned in the video, they're like the essentials in my books, as you don't have to complete bounties in order to get your hands on them. And the ones that I'm mentioning now after the first 7, they are like really good guns, but you might not be able to get your hands on them. So yeah, that is the thing, as the bounties they come and go. So yeah, that's something to keep in mind. Then 3 other solid weapons that I found through the bounty broker are the AKS 74U Valentine 45 round magazine 5.56, pretty good. Then the non-compliant SKS, which is a fully automatic version of the SKS, and it has like a 40-ish round magazine, and it does not feature select fire, which is a downside, a big downside actually. And yeah, it's a unique gun, that's why I really enjoyed using it. And the AKS 74U actually does have the select fire, which is really cool. And then finally the spyglass rifle, which is a 50 caliber bolt action rifle. The bolt actions, they don't require any kind of maintenance, which is fantastic, and I really enjoyed using it. And yeah, one really cool weapon that I only found on the Heartland mode so far is the M4X2 Light SSW 5.56 100 round magazine. The reload times are better than the Eternal Guard's Infinite Rage, so yeah, really enjoyed using it. Heartland mode is something that I think I won't be able to complete ever, because I always go back to the campaign, and the other times I just fall out of the title itself. What are your favorite weapons from the game? Do let me know down in the comment section. This title has such a massive variety of weapons. You're almost always gonna run into something new every time you go out there. And yeah, all the weapons are viable, fun to use and stuff. You should definitely check out everything. It was just that the first 7, I found them to be like really helpful on the higher difficulty, especially the lethal, where I don't want to be adventurous. So yeah, I just thought it would be a good idea to share that with you guys. On my birthday, yeah, I do share it with Tom Cruise, 3rd of July, man. And just before wrapping this up, I would like to point my finger at a weapon that you should definitely stay away from. It is the 7.62 Scar with the 21 round magazine. Just stay away from it. It is a horrible weapon, small magazine size, painfully slow reload times, and I lost a character because of it. Phillips, who was my first survivor, I lost him because of this cursed rifle. Please do leave a like only if you found the video to be informative or helpful in any way. And yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. Peace out.